guys. I think I'm live right now. It looks like I'm 18 seconds, 19 seconds in. I want to apologize to you guys. I had to just go ahead and go in and delete my last live from this morning. I apologize that I didn't get your messages earlier about no sound. As you guys know, I do work outside of my home, and so that's where I've been for the last 8 hours. I was at work, so I just got home, and I'm going to go ahead and redo the video for you guys tonight. Came back into my OBS studio and made sure that everything is turned on and working properly, and everything should be just fine. But today I'm actually really excited because I'm bringing you guys knitting for the very first time. And if you know me at all or have read any of the messages that I've left you guys in the communication center, community center, you guys know that I love knitting and I think that it's one of the greatest things ever. And so it's really nice to be able to have the opportunity to show you guys some of the beginning steps for knitting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And for those of you guys that are crocheters and are learning to knit for the first time, I'm going to also teach you guys something called the continental stitch, which I think you will like, although that won't come for a little while. First things first, we need to learn how to cast on to our needle, and then we need to learn how to make stitches. So the first thing that we're going to do today is learn the Longtail cast on, and then I'm going to teach you guys as well how to do the knitted cast on. And with the knitted cast on, in a way, you're kind of learning how to do the knit stitch, sort of. But I will explain it to you as I go. Also, just a little disclaimer right here, I have been sick for the last week and a half, and I'm just starting to get over it, so I apologize, you guys, if my voice sounds raspy. I apologize. It's not, I'm not trying to, irritate you guys with these videos with my voice sounding like this, but, we're not going to let this stop us. We're going to move forward, and so you guys can learn some new stuff. So I'm real excited tonight to bring this to you. So anyway, you're going to need to get some yarn. I don't really care what size, and you're going to need to get some needles. I really don't care what size, just so long as you're going to be able to see your stitches as you're making them. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and use these. I think these are Knitter's Pride, I believe. They're just straight needles. I think they're like 10 inches long, and you might hear them click and clack throughout the tutorial. And I'm not going to make this really long. I'm just going to show you guys how to do this, and you guys can move on and practice as you have time. All right, so let's get into this. You need a long tail. So what we're going to do is make sure that you have this, how like you fold your yarn in half, and then you're going to need a long tail. And you won't need it too long because we're not making anything. We're just going to do the cast on. So you probably want about, let's see, for the short end, you probably want about, I don't know, maybe 8 inches or so. And then what you're going to do, excuse me, then what you're going to do is hold it like this. I don't know if my light is showing up well enough here for you guys. I don't know what you guys can see. Okay. You're going to need to hold your yarn like this. So grab it with the, let's see, with the short end in front, working part in the back along the finger, the short end around the thumb. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. I literally just got home a little while, you guys, and I haven't even had a chance to really properly set this whole thing up. So just bear with me. We'll get it going here. All right. Hi, Jackie. Will you be able to save this? It's going to go up as a video. So basically what will happen is that once I finish with this, it'll go up as a video. You'll see a thumbnail, and you can just click on it again and go back and watch it. All right, so you're going to hold the front part, like I said, around the thumb here. Go around to the back of the forefinger here. And then bring the two ends together like this. With these two fingers, you're going to hold this down. You're going to create what looks like a slingshot. Okay? This little part right here is going to come down like this. What you're going to do is grab that needle and pull this down. Okay? Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. You need to twist this like so. This is hard to do in the camera, guys. I'm really sorry. Let me restart this. Okay. Okay. Now, twist this a little bit. And then up underneath this first leg here on the side of the thumb that you can see, take your needle up and grab that leg. Come around, and this part of the yarn right here that's on this side of your forefinger, on the inner side, grab that yarn and you're going to pull it through right there. And then you're going to let that rest on there and then tighten. Okay, this the needle that we're using is called our working needle, and it's very important that we understand the terms so that when I say make sure your working needle is doing this or whatever, you'll know which one I'm talking about. The working needle is the one that you are working with. The other one sits there and holds your stitches. Okay, so let's do this again. Take the needle up under this outside of your thumb, go around and grab that yarn that's resting on the inner side of the finger, grab the yarn and pull it through this area and tighten it. I'm just doing this when I tighten. You might want to pull both. You can do that too. And then we just continue to do that. Just like this. And that's how you're creating your stitches. Okay. And all you need to do is go back to the beginning of the video where I start doing this. Since it's a live, I don't have a timestamp, y'all. I'm sorry. Just rewind it till you see me start doing the slingshot stuff, and then you're probably good to go. Underneath the thumb, back here, grab that yarn, pull it through, and tighten. Slingshot. Underneath here, around where the inner finger is, grab the yarn, pull it through, and tighten. Okay? Anyway, that is called the Longtail cast on. Sometimes I call it the slingshot cast on. It just depends how I'm feeling, I suppose. And anyway, now you're ready to, when you have stitches on your needle, then you're going to have a foundation, just like when you do chaining and crocheting. So if you're crocheters and you're coming in here learning knitting for the first time, that's probably going to be the best analogy I can give you, is that this is your foundation in knitting, just like chaining is your foundation in crocheting. All right, now let's move on to the knitted cast on. And this is actually my favorite because I don't have to guess at how much of a tail I need. I don't need a tail at all. But I am going to go ahead and make a slip knot just like I would if I'm crocheting. And I'm going to put my first needle in here. Now I want to leave a little bit of space right about here so that I can get my needle in there. I want my needle to go inside that space, kind of like side by side. Push that one needle back, and of course this is going to become, let's say, okay, so if you're right-handed, the handle or the needle that's on your right hand is going to be your working needle. If you're left-handed, then your left hand, I'm sorry, I'm going to try to do this like a left-handed person. Then your yarn will be over here, and then your working needle will be the left side, and it will be in the back like this. Okay, so for the knitted cast on, you need to have enough yarn to work with here. Like I said, you don't need a tail, so I'm just going to hold my tail down so I don't get it confused. All right, let me back up a little bit here. All right, so what we need to do to get our stitches on here is that we're going to do what kind of looks like a knitting stitch. We're going to take our yarn and go around that back needle until the yarn is between the two needles. And then we want to pull the needle, the working needle, down until we have that yarn pop through. Okay, and then you want to pull that up a little bit. Take this needle here, go up underneath this leg, and then we're going to push that on to that needle, and that's your new stitch. Okay, and now we're going to do it again. I don't know why my lighting is so bad. I hope you guys can see everything I'm doing. I've got 2 LED lights in here, and it still doesn't seem very bright to me. Okay, and do it again. You insert it this way, where the needle that you're working with is in the back. Bring your yarn around the back of the needle until it's between the two needles. this working needle needs to come down like this, and the tip of the needle needs to grab the yarn that is between the two needles, and you grab it and you pop it through, and then you're going to pull it until there's length on it. Take this needle, go up underneath the front leg of this loop over here, pull it down onto your other needle, and now you have your third stitch. And we just keep doing that. Bring the yarn around the back of the needle between the two needles. Bring the working needle down until the tip connects with the yarn. And then pull that through. Pull it up until there's length. Use this needle to grab the leg of this loop here on the front side, and then bring it down and pull this needle out. Now, just so I can get kind of fancy and show you guys what it looks like when you do know what you're doing, this is what it looks like. And I would not expect you guys to be at this point yet unless you're a knitter and you're watching this thinking, this girl is really weird. Anyway, this is what it looks like when you're doing a knitted cast on very quickly. And this is just for fun, so you can just kind of watch it. But anyway, so as you can see, I have all these stitches. So now again, we have a knitted foundation row. Okay, so this is the foundation, and this is the same thing that you're going to be, again, the same type of thing you're going to do, just like when you're crocheting. Okay, let me see if I can get some better light on here. Let's do this one more time since I have a little bit better light. I think it's better. Okay. Okay. Put it, insert it under that leg. Bring the yarn around between the two needles, and then bring this out. And pull that up until it's got some length on it. Use this needle to go up underneath that leg right there, and then put that stitch right there. Kitty. I got a kitty who's scratching. So anyway, that's how you do it. So I would go ahead and watch both ways to do these cast-ons and just start practicing. You're going to have to get used to tension just like you would with crocheting, or vice versa. You know, knitting is not crocheting and crocheting is not knitting. They are not exactly the same thing. They don't feel the same. Again, you're using two different hands for almost two different things. Cass, come here, Bowie. And so it's going to feel a little strange, I'm sure. Starting out, it did for me when I started, but believe me, you can do it, and it's not really that hard. But yeah, just go ahead and put the video back and then practice until you get it. I'm hoping to have the very first knitting tutorial, I want to say the first knitting project, probably in the month of March. I want to give you guys enough time to kind of practice and, you know, get a feel for it and kind of get to know what you're doing. You don't want your stitches to be sloppy. So, but let's see, what day? I think that I'm probably going to teach you guys the knit stitch week 3 of this month. So it'll be the same week as I do the product review. Anyway, y'all, go ahead and go practice. Like I said, you can always push this video back. I don't want to make it too long. And just practice it. If you have any questions and you need to leave me some comments, go ahead and leave comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give me some likes, and if you don't like this video, let me know why. Thumbs down don't really help me because I don't understand why I'm getting a thumbs down, so if there's a problem, please let me know. And I do apologize, you guys, again for the issue with the last live that I did this morning. There was no sound, and I didn't have a way to fix it because I had to go to work. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to be doing a crochet project tutorial for this Friday. I'm actually going to be home tomorrow. I'm not going to work, so I'm going to be recording the video tomorrow, and it will be up on Friday, hopefully Friday morning for you guys. If not, it'll be Friday afternoon. But anyway, I guess I will just see you guys in that video. Until then, have a great rest of the week, and I will see you then. Bye.